Welcome, Toy Car Demolition Derby fans, to the third and final segment of our July 13th game day. So, 4 game days left to go in the regular season, including this one. So after this, only 3 left to go. So, high times for all the teams here in the Car Demolition League. On the visitor side of the field for this one, it is Lila Geysers, San Francisco Shinobis, coming into this game with a record of 5 wins, 9 losses. 1 tie, 1 overtime loss, total of 18 points on the season. They are on the road here today, going to be taking on the Puerto Rico Playas, who come to this game with a record of 5 wins, 9 losses, no ties, 2 overtime losses. So Puerto Rico with their 17 points, needing a win to stay in this playoff race, I have to say. But then again, Boston did take a loss today, but Miami could get to 26. So these are important points for Puerto Rico to pick up for sure, because under certain circumstances they might end up being out of the playoffs by the end of this game day. Almost the same for these San Francisco Shinobis at 5-9, 1-1, 18 points. Came to this game day 10 points back. If they lose this game right here, they will be eliminated from playoff contention. So a big game for the Shinobis here. So let's get a look at their lineups. For Lila Geysers' side, it's Cliprod leading the way for the Shinobis here today. What a time to put him at the start, give him that opportunity. Follow him out there is Zapper at the captain spot, Black Spectite, and at 5-point gainer, or my mistake, it's Spectite Jr., and then at 5-point gainer is Blue 512. So that's Lila Geysers' San Francisco Shinobis. To the home side, Alex Johnson's Puerto Rico Playas. They lead the way today with Sub-Zero, followed by Rowdy at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Ratitude Jr., and at 5-point gainer is Blue BMW. Here you have a matchup between 2 teams that are really kind of on the brink against, with each other, or in the league, on the brink of their seasons, basically coming to an end as far as playoff hopes go. So anyways, Cliprod and Sub-Zero going at it. Sub-Zero has a good flip, Cliprod down, 5-0 Puerto Rico in the lead. So that brings out Zapper. And Zapper almost had the flip there. Sub-Zero able to stay up though, and that time we had a gray shot. Both cars staying up in them somehow in the field of play. Sub-Zero, a great move, and gets the flip right there. 10-0 Puerto Rico in the lead. If Alex Johnson could get this out of Sub-Zero every game day, Puerto Rico would be in a lot better of a place. 10-0 the score right now. As he goes for the shutout here, that's a piece of debris. I think that came off the Spectite Jr. As he battles with Sub-Zero here. 15-0 going to be the final. And that will do it for the Shinobis in 2021. 15-0 the final score. Alex Johnson and the Puerto Rico Playas getting the shutout win over the Shinobis. And I'll just double check the points here. Take a look, San Fran, the most that they can now get is 9 more points, which would put them to only 27 points in the standings. Currently, 6th place Detroit has 28 points, so this loss here has officially eliminated the San Francisco Shinobis from the 2021 CDL playoffs. A tough loss for them to take, but they'll be looking forward to the draft. I guess that's the best way to put it as they head back to their bag here. Coming up next, the Chicago Wind Attack. They are going to be on the road. They're fighting for a playoff spot. But they're fighting against a team that's trying to win their division, the Gowanda Outlaws. So, big matchup for both sides. It's next. Welcome back, Toy Car Demo Derby fans. On to our next game on tap. We've got the Chicago Wind Attack on the road to do battle with the Gowanda Outlaws. Chicago comes to this game with a record of 9 wins, 5 losses, no ties, 2 overtime losses. 29 points on the season. They are trying to keep on the heels of Houston and Phoenix. And of course now with Houston taking the loss to New York today, Chicago could actually pass the Oilers in the standings and get to 32 points. Of course they need to win in order to do that, and also get 1 step closer to clinching a playoff spot, of course. The Gowanda Outlaws, they are the team that's in a fight for a division title right now. And with the New York Empire getting a win, a loss would give the lead in the division back to the Empire. So the Outlaws definitely looking for a win with a record of 11 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties, and no overtime losses. Now, they have clinched a playoff spot, but again, it's a divisional battle. So the battle for the Northeast Division title, that's what the Outlaws are currently in that fight for. So Chicago's got their hands full. We're about to see what happens. Jim Holt's senior squad leads the way today with Blue Dragon, followed by Hot Indy at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be R, and at 5-point gainer is Red Detta. So the wind attack, they are ready. The Gowanda Outlaws, they are also ready. So leading the way for them is Reptile. At the middleman spot for the league-operated team, that's Hammer. At the captain spot, it's Black Spinebuster, and that 5-point gainer is Demon Fool. So, some water is being called for on the field here. You might need some help with the rolling abilities. A little too much grip from the Flex Seal field. And I think we're just about ready to go here, yes. So, Blue Dragon and Reptile leading us off. And here we go. Evenly matched cars going at it right now, and out of play goes Reptile. So that is going to save Blue Dragon, keep him in this game. And that time he is down. So, Blue Dragon down, and yes, he is making contact with the field, so we play it as if it's flat. Reptile still up as a result. So 5-0, Gowanda in the lead. So that now brings out Hot Indy. Hot Indy out there for the wind attack, trying to tie it up. And what a move by Reptile. Going into the spin cycle, of course, that makes that center of gravity really tough to get off balance, and that time Hot Indy goes out of play. So back to his own side he will go. After the out of play, still 5-0 in favor of the Outlaws. As Outlaws look to take a 10-0 lead, Hot Indy trying to tie this game up for the wind attack. Not going to happen. Reptile so good on soft field. Getting that 10-0 lead now for the Outlaws as he looks to put this game away. R trying to keep the wind attack in this thing. And almost went down there. R needs to be perfect right now. Reptile is on point today, and out of play goes R. Ducking for cover here. 10-0 still the score. Reptile is doing the damage today, but gets taken down that time. So R with a good flip there keeps Chicago in the game. 10-5 the scores. That brings out Hammer. Hammer will look to put this game away now. Heavyweight car with the offense. Almost went down that time, and this time R able to stay up somehow, some way, and R goes out of play. I think he needed that. Need that little breather there. 10-5 still the score. Outlaws in the lead looking for the win. Almost had it yet again. R able to survive. See battles with Hammer here. Both cars somehow stay alive that time. And this time R is down. Hammer, the heavy car, about 63 grams he weighs, gets the good flip there. 15-5 it is the final. And it's the Gowanda Outlaws getting the win over the Chicago wind attack by that final 15-5. And Gowanda hanging on to first place in the Northeast Division. And of course, it's such a critical race because if you win your division, you get a first round bye. So that's what the Outlaws are playing for. You see how good they are on a soft field here at home. And that's where they want to play come playoff time. As they are seeking, it really for the first time, I'd say they are really competitive in just actually a couple of years because they were really good in 2018 and even in 2017. They were really good. But really, I don't know if I've seen this team as much of a threat to win a Crash Bowl maybe since 07. I mean, this is the most dangerous they've been in quite some time. I'll say that about the Outlaws as they pick up the win here, 15-5 over the wind attack. And we already know that they're playoff bound, but they are back to the lead in the Northeast. Coming up next, though, we've got the Miami Brawlers trying to get back in the playoff position as they host the Seattle Lumberjacks, a team that's really trying to do the same thing they are, just a different conference. So Seattle and Miami coming up next. Stay tuned. And just like that, we are back, CDL fans. Time for our next game on tap. We've got the league-operated Seattle Lumberjacks on the road with a record of 8 wins, 6 losses, 1 tie and 1 overtime loss. Set to take on Shane Geyser's Miami Brawlers. Coming to this game day as even as you can get. 8 wins, 8 losses. No ties and no overtime losses, but unfortunately for them, really in a slump. 3 straight losses now for the Brawlers that I could look back up at. And they were 8-5 at one time, and it was looking really good for them, but really in a slump as of late. They'll try to get it turned around today, and they need to. Both these teams needing wins today. The Seattle Lumberjacks coming to this game day just 1 point out of a playoff spot. They haven't made the playoffs since 2012. Definitely in desperate need of a win here, as they find themselves right now just on the outside looking in, sitting 7th place in the Western Conference. Consequently, we got the 7th place team in the Eastern Conference in the same boat. 1 point out of that playoff spot is, of course, Buffalo and Boston are tied with 25 points between the two of them. Tampa Bay ended up getting a win today, so now for Miami it might be even more critical to get a win, because now Boston, the only team that they can catch now, they are ahead of Buffalo. They can get ahead of both Buffalo and Boston with the win and put themselves in a playoff position. Of course, we don't know the results of the Detroit game yet, because Detroit's still got to play against Seattle. But with Chicago taking a loss today, Seattle can move past Chicago in the standings with the win themselves. So both of these teams, with the win right now, could put themselves, for now, into a playoff spot. So this game is intensely huge. Let's get a look at the lineups. I've done enough talking. I know my dad was like, you talk too much before the games. Now I'm talking more out of it. I gotta let you know what's going on, folks, right? Rocket Oil leads the way, followed by 76. At the captain spot, it's going to be Black Spec Tight, and that 5-point gainer for the Seattle Lumberjacks is Crazy Eyes. A league-operated team trying to get it done, man. To the home side of the field, we got Shane Geyser's squad, though. It is going to be Gray Indy leading the way for the Miami Brawlers, followed by Buzz Off at the middleman spot. Spinebuster has the captain's position. That 5-point gainer, it is Green Indy. Green Demon. You know, Miami used to have a team, actually the Brawlers used to have a team named, or a car named Green Indy on it. As a matter of fact, that's bringing back some memories, because Green Indy played for the Brawlers when they won the Crash Bowl way back in 2012. Consequently, the last year that the Seattle Lumberjacks made it to the playoffs, the Brawlers won the Crash Bowl. So, anyways, both these teams set to go head-to-head here. And, of course, they were the Bradford Brawlers at the time. So, anyhow, matchup is on. You can look up Crash Bowl 16 if you want for yourselves. The Seattle has a lead right here as Gray Indy just couldn't handle the edge. So that brings out Buzz Off. 5-0 Lumberjacks on top. Buzz Off now out there to battle with Rocket Oil. Unfortunately, we don't have that game online. I wish I was smart enough to record games back in the early 2000s, but Rocket Oil actually led the Carolina Wildcats to Crash Bowl 8 way back in 2004. Out of play goes Rocket Oil there. So, still a 5-0 game in favor of Seattle. Make sure I'm putting up the right fingers for you. As, old car stand up. No, it's not the middle one. All right, so anyways, 10-0 right there as Buzz Off is taken down, and Miami's struggling here. Rocket Oil on point so far in this game. 10-0 the score. So let's put this game away. It'll be a really kind of a mixed emotion game day for Shane Geyser, I think, if he loses this one. Of course, the Philadelphia Demons did win their division, so it ain't all bad today for Shane Geyser, that's for sure. But his Brawlers are struggling yet again here. Down 10-0 the Lumberjacks, trying to get this win. And out of play goes Spinebuster, way out of play. And if you're interested in collecting air miles, the CDL, it can happen. But the out of play there, still 10-0 Lumberjacks in the lead, and they are looking to put this game away. A tie collision would do it. Out of play goes Spinebuster. Spinebuster needs a straight up flip in order to keep his team alive here. Or you can just not go down. That's another way to do it. Don't go down. Keep on battling, as yes, we are going to add some rolling assist. It's a complex chemical compound. What they've done is they've taken 2 hydrogen molecules and mixed it with 1 oxygen molecule. and they've done it with a bunch of them, and they made this really slick stuff that helps the cars roll. It's like hydrogen oxide or something like that, you know. Other people call it water, but you know, they're just, you know, trying to make too simple of something that's so complex, you know. Anyways. So we had an out of play there. I think that was Rocket Power went out of play. Still 10-0. Seattle in the lead and looking for the win. Almost went down. Both cars able to stay up there. They continue to battle. And yeah, they got their rolling going now. No extra grip on the field here. They are finding each other and delivering some powerful blows. Good spin maneuver by Spinebuster. Spinebuster trying to hang on in there. Rocket Oil is such a smash mouth car. His center of gravity is so low and he's good at staying flat. As you're seeing right here, you might see him adapt the spin cycle maneuver, which he's been known to do, but so has Spinebuster. He continues to go at it, and Spinebuster has a good flip. That was like a little clip shot. Weird the way that they made contact, but Rocket Oil is down. It was illegal contact. It's just that I don't know how he was able to just come up and just flip him back, and it was just I don't know, the talent of a toy car. Let's just put it that way. 10-5 is the score. Seattle with 76 now looking to put this game away. He's another one of these cars that's a big boy. It's like 60-something grams. And out of play goes Spinebuster yet again, and unfortunately for him, he would have had a flip there. He really didn't have control, though, I don't think. I think he really just lacked all sorts of control and really just put that one all on him as that saved 76. Still 10-5, Seattle in the lead. We got a good one here. Spinebuster tries to keep its team alive, not going to happen, and the Lumberjacks are victorious today, 15-5. But I really think that score is deceiving. We saw a good game here between two teams, or should I say one car and a whole team. It's Spinebuster put up every bit of fight in him that he had. And in the end, one man taking on an army, I guess is the best way that you could put it, and Spinebuster just couldn't accomplish it. And a tough loss for Miami, as it has now a fourth straight loss. 15-5, Seattle gets the win. They move up into a playoff spot. Miami just barely on the outside looking in, still only like a point out still to this point. So not all hope lost for the Brawlers, because they can take some comfort in this as other teams in the East that really needed a win today are actually losing today. So they are still right there in the hunt. But for the Seattle Lumberjacks, in a conference where Houston's gotten a win today, Detroit might get a win. I mean, they certainly needed it. But that being said, another game to go, just one more game to go, and it's the main event. The Detroit Devils and the Toronto Titans. Big game from both sides, because of course now Detroit has Seattle breathing up their necks, so they need a win to hang on to a playoff spot right now. So big game for the Devils coming up. That being said, big game for the Titans too. They want that Northeast Division title too. So anyways, that match coming up next. Welcome back, CDL fans. I don't think you had to wait too long as we get right on to it here. Our main event is on the field, ready to go. We got the Detroit Devils on the road today against the Toronto Titans. Two league-operated teams going head-to-head, and both of them got their eye on the 2021 playoffs. For the Detroit Devils, they come into this game with a record of 9 wins, 6 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss that has them at 28 points. So 28 points that came into this game day, 6th place. But here's the issue for them. Seattle got a win. So that's the point right there, because Seattle has now moved ahead of Chicago, dumping Detroit back into 7th place. So, in order to also move ahead of Chicago, Detroit needs to get a win. And actually, the advantage for them is if they could get a win, they would end up in 5th place in the West. So it would be a huge improvement for them. To the home side of the field, we got the Toronto Titans. They come into this game with a record of 11 wins and 5 losses. No ties or overtime losses. 33 points on the season, and now such a complex situation, right? Because Miami took a loss, Buffalo got a win, so 25 points right now is that cutoff. So let's see, 25, add on 12, they can get up to 37, right? So with Toronto getting the win, they can get up to 36 points. And boy, man, that'll get them a little bit closer. So it'll get them maybe 1 point away from actually clinching a playoff spot. Actually, with 36 points, no, they would clinch a playoff spot. My mistake, folks. So a win would put the Toronto Titans in. Trying to do math here, and I'm not a mathematician, but, you know, just trying to figure it all out. But anyways, that's not really funny, is it? So Detroit leads the way with Pioneer, followed by V-Dub at the middleman spot. The captain spot, it's going to be Spectite, the original Spectite, right? And Black Marinello at 5-point gainer. And why don't you go with Pioneer after the game day he had, actually on the last game day, right on this past Friday. Huge game day for him as he won 15-0 against the Blades. To the home side of the field, the Toronto Titans lead the way with Indy 5 Jr., followed by Synchro at the middleman spot. So Synchro at the middleman spot, then we've got Wen at the captain spot for the Titans, and at 5-point gainer, it's X-Wing. So a win, yes, a win would actually get them in. They could get up to 36 points. That would actually put them in. So a big game for the Titans here. That being said, big game for the Detroit Devils as well. Here we go. Game is on, and both cars stay up. Pioneer and Indy 5 Jr. Pioneer with a good flip there. 5-0 the score. Detroit in the lead. So that brings out Synchro now. Synchro able to stay up. And now both cars are down. So Pioneer, last 5 matchups, gone pretty well. You tied the last one, but 4 in a row there for him, right? So anyways, 10-5 is now the score. The Detroit Devils in the lead. The rookie V-Dub looks to put this game away when trying to keep the Titans in it. So these two go at it. Both are staying up after the first couple of goes, and now they will switch sides. So now Wen on the visitor side, V-Dub trying to get it done on the home side of the field. As Wen and V-Dub go at it. The rookie trying to get this win. He's got Wen off balance. Wen, better known for his defensive skills, though, is hanging on. Some big collisions, and now Wen goes out of play. So back to his own side, he will go 10-5. Still the score. Devils in the lead, almost had the win there, and out of play. V-Dub was down, but the out of play is going to avoid it. So he's still in this game. 10-5 the score. And almost a flip there. Wen able to stay up. V-Dub almost had him. Several times we've seen that here in our main event, and what a match we got on hand. And this time V-Dub has a good flip. Wen is down. It was hard fought, but this game is done and over. 15-5 the final, and it's the Detroit Devils getting the win over the Toronto Titans. So the Devils beating the Titans 15-5. I think that matchup was a little bit closer than the score shows right there. Wen definitely put up a good fight at the end, but just wasn't enough. So they have not clinched a playoff spot. So Toronto will have to wait another day, is the best way to put it. And for the Detroit Devils, their win, along with Seattle's win, actually puts Chicago on the outside looking in, with just 3 game days left to go on the regular season. So, wow. Yeah, 2 weeks to go as of today, but pretty much 2 weeks to go as of today. But just 3 game days left, folks, coming down to the nitty-gritty. Hope you enjoyed today's cross-conference game day. And we're going to have another one on Friday, July 16th. So all the Eastern Conference teams will be on the road against the Western Conference teams. So, you know, not the rematches of what we had today. We'll see Boston at San Antonio, Montreal and Mexico City, Gowanda and Houston, Buffalo and Detroit. Yeah, so there'll be some good ones. I think LA and Tampa Bay might be main event. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. Probably going to have a hard field main event. I'm not sure. But until then, folks, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell if you enjoy Toy Car Demolition Derby. You know, untreadmill assisted, finger driven Toy Car Demolition Derby. You know, if that's your thing, you know. And I know the sign that you know, it's because that, yeah. So anyways, you get the point. So if you enjoyed it, click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and actually join us at Car Demolition League on Facebook. And hey, if you want to own one of these teams with the possibility to win a Crash Bowl, hey, no, I mean, it's something, right? I mean, just think about it. You might not win a Super Bowl in your lifetime for real, except on a video game, but you can be the best team owner in Toy Car Demolition Derby, right? So, anyhow, this is pretty much the highest level of this realm, right? So, anyhow, that's my sales pitch for the day. Until next time, folks, thank you for watching so much, as always, much love. Take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and as always, peace.